my dad has helped me with taxes, like last year and then the year prior. This is really only my third year in business, and I did about 40,000, 45,000 in revenue last year.
Hmm.
Um, so my dad was like, I'm getting to the point where I might need to hire some like accountant or something like that because I'm getting to the point where uh, he can't really keep track of it anymore.
Hmm.
So I was just wondering what your recommendation would be on like what to do with that. Like an accountant, like how do I go about hiring someone, or like do you even recommend that, or should I just figure out myself? Like I really don't even know.
Yeah, so like I'm not going to recommend using Home Service CPA. That's my firm. Don't recommend it at 40,000 a year in revenue because you're going to spend $1,000 getting your tax return done, and you did 40,000. Like literally 2-3% of your revenue is going out to getting your tax return done. Don't do that. Just do TurboTax. You're smart enough. You're small enough to be able to get this really, really simply as a Schedule C on your personal tax return, right? Are you doing your tax return, or are you doing your are you running the revenue through your dad's tax return?
It's me.
Okay, so if you're doing your own, then yeah, just do it through TurboTax. You're small enough business. It's not going to be a lot, and you don't have a complicated business structure that's going to need a CPA. So I just do TurboTax, and like literally, Brad, he's the CPA at Home Service CPA that I work with. He worked at TurboTax, and he would probably tell you the same thing. At 40,000 in annual revenue, just go do it yourself. Do your set several hours aside, learn. If you don't understand something, look it up on YouTube, and I just guarantee you that like it's not worth spending $1,000 or $2,000 for a CPA to do your taxes at that size of business.
So then, at what point do you think it's worth hiring someone?
I think when you start once you start having payroll, like so once you have multiple employees, once you're buying equipment pretty
Okay.
frequently, they're going to be able to give you a lot of advice in terms of how you should depreciate that. When you start having a lot of profit, so when you start making more than like 30, 40,000 a year in profit, then it starts to make more sense to get a CPA involved because they're going to really help you, figure out which tax brackets you can get into. They're going to be able to guide you in terms of when to buy equipment, how you should be depreciating it, whether you should buy it in December or January, all that fun stuff. And usually I see it start making sense once you pass the 6-figure in annual revenue and you have multiple employees.